Hey Source, Agent Solo Matt Rice here. Going to run through a setup of Encounters Shattered Waste. Got this delivered not too long ago to my door, and I think I'm doing a setup tonight and putting a video of it. Plan to do a playthrough very soon of this as well. But as you can see, it doesn't take up too much table space at this stage. On these cards, I don't necessarily need on the side here. I'm playing 3-character setup and against one boss, which I think it's always one boss. I don't know, so you can do anymore. And since I mentioned boss, it is a boss battler. You'll be using cards in amongst 3 dice to roll in an attempt to defeat this boss, to shatter the boss and then defeat it again. And also the heroes become shattered as well. Okay, let me run through steps here. Now, my order might not be exactly the same as in the books, but it's still the same steps that you're meant to take. First of all, I chose a boss. So I chose the Guardian. And I put it on its heroic side. If I flip it over, there is what's called a shattered side, so that hasn't happened yet. But I chose the boss first. I want to take on, and there's a difficulty in the top of this as well. So I'm deciding to take on the weakest boss for my first playthrough here. There are many other ones you could have chosen from, but I decided to choose that boss right there. The next step after that, I grabbed their rage card. So there's 5 of them in the shattered position, and there's 5 of them in the what's called the basic position. So I shuffled those up, put on top of here, and that is my boss pretty much set up to start with. There is a bit more they'll do after I choose my heroes. Next up, I chose my heroes. I'm choosing a 3-player game. You choose 2 to 4 characters in this, so I'm choosing 3. There are numerous others, there's 8 to choose from. Again, there's heroic and shattered side. You're freely welcome to look at what the abilities that they have. So I've chosen these 3, and I've grabbed a basic marker for each, the activation marker, and I've set up their boards up above. Green being their HP based on the card says here. So HP is 9, magic points is 7, and their threat value starts at 0. Up at the top there. Okay, also grab their standees. In my case, some of you might have the acrylic version. I'll place them on the board properly shortly. Also grab just to the side, just out of the box, but not necessarily out yet, is their shattered versions as well. So in the in this standee version that I have, there's a separate standee of their shattered versions, but I'll just keep it to the side for now. Next up for these 3 heroes, and this is the pretty fun tactical part. Each hero has a different set of cards that they choose from. I have to choose 3 of these cards. So for example, this Slayer here will draw 2 martial cards, 2 defensive cards, 2 sorcery magic type cards, and 2 item cards to choose from. This shattered deck, I'm just going to leave to the side for now as well for the game. And so I draw them out, and we choose 3 of our liking. So for example, the Ronin was a bit different. It's going to choose 4 and 4 items. And then choose 3 out of those. And same for the Athra Magician. Only 1 defense, 5 sorcery, and 2 items. And I choose 3 of those ones. So if I do a sample of this one here, so 2, so I'm going to draw the top 2 of these, top 2 of these. Top 2 of these is pretty balanced. And the top 2 of these items. And I have to choose 3 that I think will best fit. Any 3. It doesn't have to be one from, I could choose the 2 shields and 1 sorcery if I wanted to. Or I could choose both items and a martial, things like that. So I'll do that in my playthrough properly. But this is just more of a guide of how you set these things up. Put these all back. Next, you would then place out your heroes. So maybe I might do something like this, for example. Put them out like that. This is the stamina deck, so you have a certain amount of physical attacks and magical attacks that you shuffle in. So I've shuffled these already. And this is saying that I need to have 1 strength and 1 magic card per player put into stamina. So there's 3 characters, so I'm going to put 3 of these in. So 1, 2, 3. Put that to the side because you might draw some more out. And then 1, 2, 3 goes into there, and you shuffle these up Woohoo, shuffly, 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 oh. Okay, and they go on top. They're in Stemina. We then draw out extra starting cards. So for each area, draw one out next to it. So each area starts with one. Things over here, ensure you have the token set to the refresh phase, or not on the shattered side, on the basic side. And you shuffle up these afflictions. They'll be used during play as well. First of all, don't forget to grab yourself a reference card to explain the actions and things like that. And that will do for the first video, guys. I look forward to playing Encounters Shattered Waste very soon. This setup video will go up, and there'll be shortly a playthrough in the coming days. Solace, to Crush Game Thirst, play Solid.